When you think of huge achievements in the film industry, you think of the Oscars, right? Well, as iconic as that little gold statuette is, there are quite a few things that the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has tried to keep hidden from us. Hey guys, I'm Rebecca from WatchMojo, and today we'll be discussing the secrets the Oscars don't want you to know. Let's check it out. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. The Academy attracted controversy in 2015 and especially 2016 when no actors of color were nominated, which hadn't happened since 1998. This led to boycotts from big names like Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Spike Lee, and the trending social media hashtag #OscarsSoWhite. Given that the organization prides itself on being inclusive, Oscars So White inspired people to evaluate just how diverse the Academy actually is. A mere 16 Black performers have won acting Oscars, the first of whom was Hattie McDaniel for Gone with the Wind in 1940, although she was required to sit at a segregated table during the ceremony.
She is beautiful, isn't she?
She sure is.
The lack of representation doesn't solely apply to Black performers, as acting Oscars have only gone to 5 Latino actors and 3 actors of Asian descent. Granted, the Academy and America in general have come a long way since the days of segregation.
The best actor is... Oh my God, I knew it. It's a 5-way tie. All the white guys.
Some would also argue that the quote-unquote diversity problem isn't restricted to the Academy either, as movie studios should be taking more chances on performers and filmmakers of color. In 2012, it was reported that 94% of Oscar voters were white, and 77% were male. The Academy has attempted to bring more diversity to the Oscars, inviting over 900 new members at the beginning of 2018. With 49% of these new invitees female and 38% people of color, we seem to be moving towards a more diverse Academy. But the fact that it's taken 9 decades just to get to this point is something the Oscars probably don't want you to dwell on.
So it's about a multiplicity of the people that this country represents not having access at a very early point in this process.
Speaking of inclusion, it's clear that the Academy has a bias against certain genres, at least when it comes to the Best Picture race. Only 3 animated films have been nominated for Oscar's top prize, while a documentary has never been able to break into the category. 9 foreign language films have been nominated for Best Picture, and none has ever won, which only feeds into the accusations of discrimination by the Academy. While animation, documentaries, and foreign language films all have their own separate categories, it's debatable if this makes the Oscars more or less inclusive. We annually entrust the Academy to single out the very best in film, regardless of genre or personal bias. Of course, in a world where Citizen Kane did not win Best Picture, exactly how reliable are Oscar voters?
You're concerned with what people will think, but perhaps I can enlighten you, Signor Mattisti. I'm something of an authority on what people will think.
Some Academy members don't even watch all the nominated films, which is understandable since there's only so much time to thoroughly evaluate a couple dozen movies. What's concerning is when a member actually votes for a movie without watching it. 2 anonymous Academy members confessed to not seeing the Best Picture winning 12 Years a Slave, but voted for it nonetheless. It was also reported in 2018 that some Academy voters refused to watch the Best Picture nominated Get Out because it was, quote, not an Oscar film. This mentality among some Oscar voters explains why genre films are often overlooked.
Good to see another brother around here.
Yes, of course it is.
Speaking of shocking snubs, a year typically doesn't go by without at least one notable name being omitted from the Oscars in Memoriam segment. Red carpet icon Joan Rivers was one of the most contested oversights from the 2015 telecast, which the Academy later responded to in a statement.
Don't go there.
What might surprise some people is that there's a committee that decides who's honored during the annual tribute. The group is reportedly tasked with reducing a list of roughly 300 potential names down to about 40, meaning quite a few artists are bound to be absent. The In Memoriam Committee isn't the only fraction of the Academy that's gotten little attention. The Dolby Theater may look like it's packed with stars on camera, but the Academy actually enlists about 300 seat fillers to keep chairs occupied when a celeb goes to the bathroom or bar.
Are you leaving? Because I got you covered.
These people are usually either Academy members, ABC employees, or just somebody who knows somebody in the business. As cool as this gig sounds, it comes with a series of strict guidelines that are explained during orientation. Seat fillers reportedly aren't allowed to speak until spoken to, and are even given instructions on how to enter and exit aisles.
Jerry, it was a whirlwind. They whisk us backstage. The media is swarming. Champagne is flowing. Woo! I can't describe how great it is to win.
Academy rules in general can be difficult to follow, especially when it comes to their voting process. Although we usually think of the Academy as one entity, it's made up of 17 branches, each of which is tasked with nominating the films in their respective categories. For example, actors vote in acting categories, writers vote on the best screenplays, and so on. Once all the nominations are announced, the floodgate is open for all Academy members to vote in every category. This voting system can sometimes give a contender an unfair advantage, however. In 2014, Alone Yet Not Alone received a Best Original Song nomination, although this honor was revoked 2 weeks following the announcement. Why? Because it was revealed that one of the songwriters, Bruce Broughton, emailed several branch members about a submission during the voting period. Since Broughton was an executive committee member of the music branch, as well as a former Academy governor, this was widely seen as an abuse of his position. While Broughton perhaps didn't go about it the right way, there is little doubt that campaigning matters when it comes to winning an Oscar. Sometimes, giving a great performance isn't enough, requiring nominees to make friends with as many Oscar voters as possible, and to be in the public eye. There are exceptions, as Monique won Best Supporting Actress for Precious despite refusing to campaign.
Precious!
In a majority of cases, though, being personally liked by your peers can make the difference between a win and a loss. Considering how political the Oscar race is, it shouldn't come as a surprise that campaigning for one can cost the studio a pretty penny, up to $25 million to be precise. According to Gold Derby founder Tom O'Neill, quote, Hollywood spends on average about $150 million a year to win an Oscar that costs $400 to manufacture. Producer Stephen Follows estimates that a Best Picture winner will invest $10 million towards campaigning on average. Ironically, that's more than twice what it costs to produce Best Picture winner Moonlight. Even after all that campaigning and spending, you're not guaranteed the gold. That doesn't mean the losers are left empty-handed, however.
Is all this shit free?
In 2018, the company Distinctive Assets, although not affiliated with the Academy, sent Everyone Wins gift bags to acting and directing Oscar nominees with an estimated value of $100,000. Believe it or not, the 2016 gift bags were worth even more, at an estimated $230,000. Some of the most notable goodies inside included a $55,000 trip to Israel, a $54,000 walking tour of Japan, and a $1,900 vampire breast lift. After all, if anyone needs a free holiday or breast lift, it's people who are already insanely wealthy and glamorous. Not a bad consolation prize after all. Jeez, does that mean I can campaign to win an Oscar? What? Oh, I have to actually act? Like, well? Ugh, fine. Well, if you want to see more of the Academy's work, check out these related videos.